Good morning, fellas. How are we doing today? Happy Monday. Welcome back to the stream recap 159, Shiny Wars day, I believe 36 out of 62. We're on the back half, and look at it, boys, we're in a new era of Patrouski streams. Okay, I had to get the helmet on because I'll be shiny hunting so fast. Okay, I'm feeling good today. I think today's gonna be a good week. I feel like we're definitely gonna get a shiny this week, hopefully early in the week, and we started off with a bang. Started off with a shiny. I've got some things to show you guys today regarding my Pokeyen and regarding some things I've been selling, regarding the market, etc., etc. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this inventory of sand slashes. I'm probably gonna buy a shiny charm today. We're gonna make some eggs. We're gonna breed for profit. We are going to 10 more recaps to go. Oh no, that's what everybody cares about. Understandable. I'm gonna set up a bunch of breeds and do some egging today. We're gonna go for a rare today. I'm sick of not having eggs. I feel like having that chance for a rare at all times is what's super important. Let's head back to the PC really quick. Boy, look at the blue eyes when I actually go for an animation. Look at it. Ready? You ready? Are you ready to see it? Boom. XP candies. So, boys, my cash stack was hurting. It was whittling away like a soap duck. Okay, let's go ahead and claim all and see the big kaboom. 13.8 mil, put me up to 16 mil, fellas. I've been listing stuff off camera, off stream. I'm out of eggs. I did hatch all my eggs, so it's not in the eggs yet. However, I've been buying some dittos. I've got some breeds set up. We're gonna do some alphas. I actually really want to do some alpha breeding for profit today. It's honestly so enjoyable, especially with the amount of capital that I have now. It's such a fun way to go for a super rare shiny, especially during wars. It's not the most efficient thing to do during wars, but I like that it lets me sustain my Pokeyen as well as get that possible chance for the big pointer. I think any alpha, any shalfa in Shiny Wars would be 50 points in comparison to if I were to get a shiny Sandslash here, it's 2 points, to give you an idea of how crazy the difference is. But anyways, good morning. Welcome to PokeMMO. Hopefully you're playing today. Hopefully you're having a good day. I'll see you guys with any updates. Do you think geographical locations provide an advantage for how many eggs you can make in an hour because of pings? And definitely it definitely does something. Ping is definitely a limiter, the same way it is in any video game, especially with some mechanical like making eggs, right? If you play League of Legends, Overwatch, any competitive game, ping is going to be some extent of a limiter, but I would argue it's less of a, geographical location is going to matter, but they should have enough servers, to my understanding, to where it shouldn't be that like, if you have good internet, you should probably be at like a max like 80 to 100 ping, which is still pretty high. If you play League, like that's like a world's difference. Like 100 ping is pretty insane, or any honestly competitive game, right? But if you have decent internet, it's really gonna come down to mechanics, like for sure. I think I get like 50 or 60 ping. I can actually type. You can type /ping for those who don't know in PokeMMO and see your ping. But I can actually see here I get 50 ping using the server cars. Now it depends. That changes based on what servers you connect to for the day. The only way you can actually choose or like change what server you're on is by logging out and logging back in and hoping to get a good server for you. You can't really physically choose what server you want to be on, unfortunately. But it absolutely impacts it, right? All you can do is do what's in your control and try to raise your mechanics enough to do as many eggs per hour that you can. Yeah, custom strings are going to be infinitely more important than ping, for sure. Like, custom strings and mechanics will outweigh any ping issues, for sure. Someone with, like, decent mechanics is going to get outperformed by someone with really good mechanics but like worse ping, right? And custom strings. Oh wow, okay, I was gonna check what 2012 chances were at, but there's just none on the market. What? Wait, how many 2012s are on the market in total then? 79. That's pretty low. I like to check like the specific niche mons, like Kangaskhan, really hard to find. Honestly, that's not a bad price for it. Scyther, 2012 Cypher for 365k. I can't even, I know I need my Pokeyen for wars, but I can't even stop myself. It's too cheap. It's too cheap. I actually can't even, it's just too good. It's actually just insane. What happened to the Hitmons as well? What? That's crazy. That's nuts. The 2012 market is, and I think it's just, to be fair, I think it's just quiet and people aren't listing as much because It's shiny wars, and a lot of players who collect things like 2012 Mons are also those endgame players who play shiny wars, so they don't really have the time or money to put stuff into this right now. It makes sense. Like, it's probably a bad time to be it's a bad time to be a 2012 seller, really good time to be a 2012 buyer slash collector. If you ever want to get into it, get into that hobby. It's just collecting, you know, an old Pokemon. There's nothing really special about it, but I like it. It's a great time to go ahead and jump into it, honestly, in my opinion. Okay, instead of like counting everything and like running calculations, running how much profit I'm going to make, etc., I think I am just going to set up as many alpha breeds as possible and then just do them all in a charm. This is almost like a mini breeding extravaganza to some extent. Keep in mind the cash stat today is starting at 15.8 million Pokeyen, guys, as I have a feeling it's going to go down kind of aggressively today, unfortunately. We'll have to see what happens, but we're going to give our best chance at a Shelfa. Dude, I love catching some 3,750 and like 3,800 Pokeyen. Like, if I were to go buy Ditto boxes right now from someone, like, they would be charging like 260k, even 240k. If you're paying 4,000 Pokeyen per Ditto, that just equals to 240k per box. So if you're buying for less than 4k on the GTL, which you can often do, you're saving money buying on the GTL versus Ditto boxes, which in my opinion is it's a sad thing, because the whole point of Ditto boxes is to give both players the benefit. But I don't know, buyers have put themselves in a situation where they like just are willing to pay anything, and they've lost the track of what the point of Ditto boxes are even for. So it's literally cheaper and better to just buy off the GTL, which I'll just do. I want to make sure, I like to name my 2012 mods 2012 so I don't forget, because there have been times where I've released them or like done certain things with them, and I don't want to make that mistake, because that can be a costly mistake for sure. Yeah, we're doing pretty decently here. Let's go ahead and move this over. I'll buy whatever Dittos, any Dittos that are under 4k on the GTL, I will absolutely yoink up. Okay, let's finally get some alpha breeds cooking. So the way that I look for alpha breeds and alpha deals generally is by sorting what's listed recently. That'll do a couple of things. Number one, it'll give me snipe potential. Number two, it also might show me what alphas have been listed recently, or like have spawned recently. A lot of times, buying alphas during an alpha swarm is one of the best ways to get good deals and make Pokeyen, because people are so willing to quickly, like, that's a deal I already know. That's someone sniped it before me, right? I gotta be quicker than that. That's a deal. That was 22k for a male in like the bug A group, right? People are so, a lot of new players and intermediate players are so willing to sell alphas quicker to get more of their Pokeyen faster to be able to do more things with it, which is super valid. Some people just sell things too quickly and, you know, don't price things correctly. There's a mixture of incorrect price checks, but also some people just wanting their Pokeyen quicker, which is nothing wrong with that. So you can find some good deals during alpha swarms. Absolutely. Always keep an eye out for that, fellas. Did we already have Gamba today? No, we didn't. That's a great question. We'll have to get Gamba set up once we've been live for around 30 or 45 minutes. And I also have some punishment. So we'll get Gamba set up in time to allow myself to open probably 2 mysterious balls today, since I'll be at 25k, right? I'm pretty sure the last time I streamed, I know I started last stream at 17k encounters. I don't remember if I reached 20k on stream or not, but we'll probably open 2 mysterious balls today and make some eggs, of course. Hey, yo, what's up, Patrouski? I'm feeling very conflicted. Probably hear this question 1,000 times. I'm feeling FOMO, fear of missing out, because I started playing Pokemon Revolution online 2 weeks ago, and I just found out about PokeMMO. Should I switch? I mean, if you want the honest answer for me, is I would try them both, man, and see what... I know it's tough time-wise. The genuine answer is try them both and just see whatever you prefer, you know? I love PokeMMO. I could sit here and say, oh yeah, of course you should switch to play PokeMMO. That's the game that I love, the game that I play, you know? But maybe you like Pro better. Like, I play whatever game you prefer. Try them both, watch content on them both to get a better perspective of what the games consist of. I think PokeMMO is 100 times better than Pro. I'm gonna be honestly, but I want you to experience both and make your own decision on that for sure. I would just check them out both as much as you can, you know? I'm not calculating the profit on all my breeds, but this is honestly a good example. I bought both these breeders for 30k, and then I also bought both braces for 10k, obviously. So this is a really easy price check. We don't know what the nature will come out as, but this is an 80k cost, okay? 80k cost. Well, 85k. We're gonna pay for it to be male. So male bug. We know what the IVs are gonna come out as to some extent. The IVs will come out as 31, 31, 31. HP should roll 20 plus as well. So worst case scenario, keep in mind, worst case scenario, I'm paying 85k and making like 10k after the listing fee. Not a crazy amount of profit, but we're getting free rolls at a hyper rare, you know, with Shalfa, while also making some profit along the way. It's not amazing, but it keeps you afloat and lets you keep doing these rare breeds, whereas normally, you know, it's breeding a Shalfa for profit much slower and much more passively versus spending the 1 to 2 bill it takes on average to go for a Shalfa. So I think it's an interesting option for players to be aware of. Hey, I think this Golem is flippable. I don't think it's that much money, to be honest, but I think this is flippable. 31 attack, 20 plus in 3 other stats. It's just missing speed. It's a really good breeder. 2.365. I'm going to snipe that up. I'm going to try to sell that for probably just like 3, be my guess. Like not too much of a profit. Like it's not crazy, but this is a good, I think looking for shiny flips. Honestly, shiny flips are just so good. If you have the capital for it and the patience. I love shiny flips. I'm a massive fan of them. I think it's one of the best ways to make some passive high amounts of Pokeyen. We'll check for special attack now. I like to only specifically buy males, I will say. List for 300k. Yeah, male, 30 attack, 20 plus in these stats. It's just missing, once again, just missing speed. You don't want the double attack. You always want to avoid the double attack, right? There's like a Pawniard group Crobat here. I don't know if the Pawniard group really cares about special attack to that. Like I could buy this for 1.8, maybe sell it for 2.29. Like what's the I guess it does have the speed stat, to be honest, at 20 plus. Huh. This is, I think I do actually buy this. And then list it for like 2.8. I think I do actually flip this, hilariously. I was literally memeing on how like, it's not that great of a flip, but I don't sell it for the Golbat price. So the Golbat's missing the speed. Same nature. I think this goes for like 2.8, 2.6. I'll put it up for 2. Not that amount. 2.8, I think. Could even arguably do 2.9. Still be the lowest under this, and it's very comparable to this Tranquil. But the Tranquil's been listed for a long time is why I'm a little hesitant. 25 days there, as you can see. All right, that's 2 shiny flips already. I'm good with that. I'm honestly, let's get one more alpha breed set up. I'm good with the Pokeyen today, boys. I think we're making our moves. 181k. This has to be underpriced. No? Did someone already buy it? No? I don't know. Okay, that was either a really good buy or a really bad one. 181k for alpha field 4 times. Let's check it. That was either a pretty good buy or it's not. It's not good. Let's check. 31, 31. I feel like that Lepa Berry. Hello. 31, 31, 31. Yeah. Okay. Easy. Look at that. That was up for easy. That is the easiest 60k profit, 50k profit. Like, actually easy peasy. Both attacks probably. No, I saw it was not both. Yeah, you want to avoid attack and special attack, but if you avoid that was the easiest flip in the world. Like, people say you have to be a god tier, low ping god, like crazy sniper. Like, you don't have to have, like, that was a pretty slow, that was the bottom of the page, right? Like, I could breed this for profit, let's go ahead and do it breed, honestly. That's better. Oh, and we find that, look at this, another deal, boys. Listed for 44 minutes. You don't need to snipe. We've got flipping, boys. We've got flipping. Okay. This is actually going to turn out so nice. So I spent a lot on these 2 breeders, I will say, but it's going to be a 5x31. We're going to brace. I don't usually do 5x31 breeds for profit. I try to avoid that because it can be, you can kind of lose out on some, like, I don't know if there'll be that much profit, honestly. If I randomly roll nature, well, that's when I'm in the crazy money. That would be so lucky. But we'll see. I might honestly not make that much money versus 5x31s usually aren't that much for the money put in, right? You might make like 20k profit, but if you're putting in 460k or something, right? Like, I think this cost me 180 plus. It's going to cost me around 400k for for this breed. Around 400k, I think, is the cost for this breed, and that's also the wrong brace. Make sure to brace. If you're paying 400k for a breed, please make sure to brace your Pokemon correctly. There we go, fellas. And this will definitely want to get paid to be female as well. So we'll get that stuff. The only alpha I'll want to breed, or sorry, male. The only alpha I'll want to breed female is the D-Knight. So we'll go actually, what I usually do is I usually say make female. in all caps. So I remember while I'm doing my eggs and while I'm breeding on the shiny charm. I guess this is a good point. I just saw this Beldum listed for 10k. Breeding up Beldums has been some of the most success I've ever had breeding anything for profit. Especially breeding genderless Mons right now, while Dittos are so cheap, right, is always phenomenal. Let's actually see how much would a Ditto cost with like 15k for 20 plus in every stat plus 831 is kind of bonkers. It's kind of bonkers. What was the nature on it? The nature's irrelevant. I don't think I'm ever bracing anything on this. It's kind of bonkers. Let's see if we can, if I were to search for a Beldum with these stats, right? 100k. 100k. It's 100k, right? If I go buy this Ditto for 15k, I bought the Beldum for 10k. This breed's going to cost me 35k. I sell it for 60 to 80 in a snap of a finger. There's so much potential. It is a lot of game knowledge. I mean, I would love to do more videos in the future compartmentalizing and breaking down individual markets, like specifically showing you, hey, like, you know, this is the Beldum market. This is how I made profit on that, like, et cetera, et cetera. Like, there's so much room for breeding for profit. It's unbelievable right now. It's unbelievable. Let's get this breed set up in here. We'll move this over somewhere and just get this guy set up down here. Okay, speaking of not buying, okay, from avoiding Ditto boxes, we can do this. Egg group Ditto, save the template, name it Ditto. I haven't used templates very much, but then we can do this, sort by lowest price. This is what I'm currently doing to get my Dittos. Template, oh, that's actually so good. Does it remember to go by lowest? Here, Ditto. Doesn't go by lowest, so you still have to click that or whatever. But that's... I wonder if you could save that. That's actually so much faster. Ditto. It's perfect. It's actually beautiful. That's a good, not a food take, but an umbrella take of the day. Umbrellas are actually useless. What is the point? I'd rather just be wet than have to carry around something extra and have to deal with it, have to dry it off, put it outside when you walk, put it in your car and it's soaking wet. Fuck, what is the point? And you have to pay for it. You're just paying for an inconvenience where I could just get soaked and dry off. I think umbrellas are up there with like bookends as one of the most useless inventions. Now, for elderly people, I get it, or for people who are like slower, like if you're gonna be in the rain for a lot longer, I get it. But if you're just like sprinting across, what's the point? Just run to your car. Just move those legs. If I can sprint, I mean, you can, okay? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to cook. Here's the Pokemon I'm preparing today. We're about to go do some eggs. Here's our first alpha breeds. All of these I want to make sure I pay to become male, except for the Dragonite breed. We're going to be doing 1 box, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 if I have time for it, but I probably run out of time right over there. I'm also going to be popping 2 mysterious great balls, 1 preemptively for when I hit 25,000 encounters today, but that will happen later. We're going to go ahead and pop it now since I'm going to be popping a shiny charm anyway. Let's go ahead and get some people from Team Mr. in on a charm. And let's get cooking, fellas. Pat, get your shiny Soul Rock for luck. Okay, if you think the Soul Rock is the lucky charm today, I believe you, Tom, okay? Don't let me down. Don't let me down. He's the caught. Hey, caught. Okay, this charm goes bonkers. We got Nick Shark, the #1 Lions fan that I know. We got Fungus, the unknown expert and Giga Chad. And we got Tints, the pink-haired Giga Chad shunter. Are we ready, fellas? 3, 2, 1. Actually, I almost forgot to, if you're new to egg hunting, moving your little thing down here, it's much more efficient. It's a strat that I've picked up. I definitely recommend it. But anyways, thanks for the sub. God, dude, you're gonna be my lucky charm, okay? CA, dude. Good luck, guys. Good luck to everybody playing. Good luck, good luck. We're gonna make sure to pay for these to come out male as well. Take a little more time on these first couple breeds, honestly, to just make sure that the braces are placed in the right spot as well. It's really easy to make that mistake and have them placed in the wrong spot, so let's get these set up a little slower at the start here. Pat, if you get a shiny today, I will renounce my British citizenship. Boys, we are popping every mysterious ball that I own today. So I'm kind of new to PokeMMO, and I caught a random shiny Pawniard. Is it rare at all? I can't find it on the market. It's not quite a rare, but it's also not common at all. Pawniard is a single encounter, I believe, uncommon Shunt. That is like one that people single encounter for and Shunt for a while. We can run the math on like how many hours it takes for a shiny Pawniard on average based on the... What's the does anybody know the percentage chance of encountering a Pawniard in that location? Someone said like a 10% encounter. Someone said 20%. If it's 20%, that is a 500-hour hunt, I believe, on average, that you just got randomly / passively. Like if it's 10%, it's even more. Double that. I mean, that is a... Yeah, it's a 500-hour hunt or so to go for Pawniard, man. 15 at the most. Yeah, that is... So you're looking at a 500 to 1,000 hour shiny hunt that you just skipped and got a 6 shiny for. That's amazing, dude. Congratulations. That's the kind of shinies you want to see new players get. Get them those rares, show them how cool they are and how rare they are and how, like, you know, make them and like make them try to go for them again in the future. Like, that's amazing, dude. Congratulations. At least you didn't actually breed your shiny. So the reason I actually always breed for an edge shiny with a shiny in my party is because you physically can't make that mistake. In PokeMMO, you cannot breed a shiny with a non-shiny. So it's actually safer to lead your party with a shiny versus any other like literally like a flame body Chandelure or something like that. I could possibly misclick on a Ditto and mess up that Mon, right? This is like honestly good for a quick little PSA. I've seen a lot of new players. I think what happens is people see me shiny hunt with Leppas and they think that they should use them. If you're a new player, please don't shunt with Leppas. It is so expensive, and you just don't need to be pissing away your Pokeyen like that. There are so many ×5 Horde free shunts. It's not worth it. Like, if you're a new player, I would just wait until you have a few, you know, a couple mil. Your app, like, one shunt using Leppas costs like 2.4, 2.5 mil, right? There's no reason to, yeah. Is there a cheap way to obtain Pokeballs? Yeah, just a PokeMart's the best way. It should be pretty cheap. Like, I think it's like, is it 200k Pokeyen for like 1,000? Or like 20k yen for like 100? Like, it's pretty cheap. But yeah, please don't do Leppa hunts as a new player. And if you really want to, obviously you can. Don't let me tell you what not to do. But I'm just my advice, my personal... Why would you why would you, you know, waste or suck away 2.4, 2.5 mil Pokeyen per shunt as a new player when you could just save that money, build capital? The more money you have, the easier it is to make more money. That's true in PokeMMO, right? So if you're a new player, you have very little capital. You don't want to be wasting that on you know, you don't want to be wasting that away. If you're a developed player with 50 mil net worth, maybe 10 or 20 mil Pokeyen cash, then sure, feel free to, you know, Leppa hunt and whatever. But there's so many free shunts. There's so many free shunts. I want to ask you so bad. Now, if it's like your favorite Mon, there is also another thing. Like, if it's your favorite Pokemon, you really just want shiny Axew, you want that to be your first. I think that's also fine, but I would just recommend making a ton of Pokeyen before you go for that hunt, or even maybe like catch Axews along the way, or do something to make Pokeyen during that shunt. Something of that regard. You really want to focus on saving yen and building capital, or spending money to make money as a new player. You've got to build up that first initial capital, and everything else will be so much easier. Oh, I almost forgot the mysterious balls. Oh, I have 30 seconds. Oh, thank you, chat. I have 30 seconds to pop 2. Oh, I actually was 1,000,000%. One more. Okay. Oh, I actually totally would have forgotten that if Tom didn't just type that. Oh my, you saved my butt, chat. I actually totally would have forgotten that. I don't know if I can get maybe like one more breed in. Yo, that was close, actually. That was actually so close. Maybe one more? Okay, nice. Okay, huge. Okay, nice. Nice. Okay. What do we got? No shiny from the mysterious balls. What do they turn out as? 1 times 31. Okay, 2 1 times 31s. Okay, how many eggs did we get done, fellas? Let's go count through. Okay, it's time to count, chat. 30, 60, 90, 120, 180 if we do 2 more. 2 more is plus 60 to 240, 300, 360, around 368. God, that is not good. This is plus the 8 over here. Yeah. So around 360, we'll do plus 268. So we'll do, bring up our calculator, 24, 180 plus, oh, I just plus the 2 mysterious balls. So we'll just do plus 370. Call it a 370 even. 24,550 is our new number. All right, I let chat vote on whether I should go back to Cryogonal Jail, which is more efficient for Shiny Wars, or go to Sandslash, because Sandslash is the first ever Shiny I ever got in Pokemon. I Masuda method bred for it back in Black or Pokemon White 1. Okay, I'm going to the wrong location. We're gonna go Johto. We're gonna go to Sandslash, boys. Sandslash 1, a Typhlosion Swarm. Well, first we actually go check that for the meme. Wait, also, okay, I'm wearing the Psychic Training Helmet for the first time today. Dude, I feel like nobody talks about the blue eye glow. That actually looks so good, in my opinion. Nobody ever talks about that when you do whenever you like fly or do some sort of animation. Dude, that looks sick. I think this helmet is super underrated. Wait, I've never seen that before? Me either, dude. Nobody wears it. Nobody wears this helmet, so nobody's ever seen this. Yeah, with the server queues we've already been seeing, it would not, like, before event season, and even before event season preparation really begins for most people. Guys, if you don't want to be sitting in server queues, it might be you might want to consider getting donor status. It's up to you. To be fair, I've never seen a server queue longer than 30 minutes in PokeMMO. That's the longest I've seen. It wouldn't surprise me if we see longer ones this year, maybe 45 minutes, hopefully not an hour. That'd be rough, but if you want to skip server queue, having donor status will give you priority to the server. So I think server queues will be a much bigger factor this year heading into event season. Yeah, no, I mean, Xlopple, that is a legitimate, fair concern. Imagine getting an alpha ping, and then when you finally are able to log in after the server queue, it's gone. Like that's actually would be crazy. That would actually be worst case scenario. You get the Ditto alpha ping, you go log in, and you sit there for over an hour, and then by the time you finally get in, the alpha swarm's just over. That would actually be tragic. Hopefully we don't see that happen. Yeah, all the server stuff just proves there are more players than ever. Absolutely. The game's more popular than it's ever been. And honestly, something that I try to keep in mind is like almost the more negativity you see in the community, the more doom posting, it almost means that there's probably just more players. Like every time you see a new person saying LMAO game's dying from lack of updates, LMAO, all that probably means is there's enough new players to where people actually think that. Keck W. Like it's at like yeah, I don't know. It's so funny. I think the numbers speak for themselves. The server queue speak. I wish we had, to be fair, more specific stats aside from just like PvP games and GTL listings, etc. But yeah, I think it speaks for itself. Chat, I don't know why, but there's something in the water. Okay, I got this. Watch this. Ready? Let me find the miscellaneous. Ready for this, chat? Buy Shiny Charm. You ready? Pop Shiny Charm. One Shalfa Dragonite coming up, boys. Show it to me. Okay, well, we end stream. There we go, boys. Easy first Pokeball catch. We just get him to 1 HP. We sleep him. We time roll. XP any XL. It's 15k. I'll take it. What's the IVs? 3 times slow to 1. Not bad. Also, not attack and special attack. That's actually really, really good. And it was male. Okay, let's check the... We're on Charm. Let's check the Dragonairs. Let's try to check whatever we can before we go back to... We might go Cryogonal Jail, actually, with Charm. What nature? Oh, it was timid actually with these stats. That's actually good. Good call. Okay, since I am on my Charm at the moment, though, I am actually gonna go ahead and head over to Cryogonal Jail. We'll be on Cryogonal Jail during my the boost. Okay, I will say, someone brought up Peggle. The best video game mod I've ever seen is that in classic WoW, you can install a Peggle mod where you like sit there and just play Peggle on a pop-up window while you like grind in classic WoW. That is actually my favorite mod to ever be added to a game. If they had that in PokeMMO, I would play Peggle so fast while shiny hunting. That'd be so fun. Yo, I just finished the Pokedex. What do you think is the right amount of prep required for the first red fight? I could be misremembering the red refight versus the red refight because I think the refight is harder if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I would just watch a straight up guide. Like, it's up if you want to go in blind, more power to you. But from what I remember, the first fight is easy. I feel like the red fight is hard. Like really hard. But I don't remember if it's the first fight or the refight. But the red fight is really, really hard. Like, I would prepare as much as humanly possible. It's actually so hard, I feel like. But I could just be misremembering just the refight. How's morale? I'm feeling really good today. Morale is good today for shunting, man. Thanks for asking.
This is actually a great question, and it's super worth talking about. It reminds me of a forum post I actually wanted to go ahead and check out. So someone said, speaking of alphas, do you think Alpha Excadrill will just never spawn, or what's the deal with that? Because it's over 600k base price, which is crazy. Alpha Excadrill is an event-only alpha. That's why it's so expensive. It was only brought into the game during the Lunar New Year event, during the Raids beta test, right? Wasn't this a Raid Mon? And maybe I think it was also the year prior. So this was a Raids beta test Pokemon, as well as the previous year, I believe, like just the normal Lunar New Year event. There was a forum post that Rach made, or like just a comment or whatever. Let's go check. The thing is really worth talking about. So let's go ahead and go bring that up really quick. Do it live. 1 sec. There we go. So basically, Rach said, someone said, where exactly did you read there will be raids like that on the newer games? Chinese New Year raids were an early preview. They will be returning as a permanent feature with a variety of rotating bosses. So this is just her like telling a new player the same thing or whatever. Which makes me believe they'll be returning the Excadrill raid, in my opinion. So it wouldn't surprise me if once raids release, Excadrills get released into the game and drop to some extent. I don't know at what pace or which rate Excadrill raids will occur. So I don't know if it's like, you know, I don't know if it's actually worth to sell, but I'm sure their price will be affected to some extent. Maybe Mega Bladers, the Giga Chad Spanish creator, love him so much. It may be a little early to ask, but will the raid rewards vary in other ways than the Pokemon in question? Yes, they will include other drops as well. So it's been confirmed that raids will not just be the alpha catches. There will also be like other, we don't know what, but there will be other drops included among the alpha reward Pokemon. This is a great question. You can build your own Contrary Still Swap Spinda for 160k. Why are they going for 200k? You've just discovered breeding for profit. Yes. So there are, in most places in the market, it is cheaper to create something than to just buy it outright. When you buy something outright, you're saving yourself time, energy, and stress of creating it. So if you want to breed for, that's why that exists. You're putting in the effort, the time, and the energy to go make them, right? Yeah, you can absolutely... There's always tons of holes like that in the market to go breed for profit and create those that, you know, profit. Yeah, it's really that simple. It's a great one to talk about. I remember doing trainer callouts for that event, and it was so fun. The anniversary event. Doing trainer callouts is unironically some of the most like communal bonding we see. It's really cute, man. Trainer callouts are basically like during certain events. It'll probably come up with the Halloween event if they re-implement the same mechanic. During the Halloween event, there are kids with candy that like spawn around the map randomly, as well as pumpkin mini bosses that jump around the map randomly, and they are just random like spawns and locations or whatever. So people have to like run around and constantly check these locations, and you like, it's all about like spreading that information through Discord and through global chat and through team chat, and trying to, once you find one, passing along that information as quick as possible. And it's really cute. It's the whole community working together to solve something and try to be as efficient as possible. It's so fun. I call outs for events. You also just like meet people, like people who you see who are really active during events, who help with those call outs. People remember your name. Like if you put work into the PokeMMO community, you make a name for yourself. The PokeMMO community is bigger than people think, but it's also small enough to where people still remember names, and people remember if you were nice. People remember if you scam. It almost has that, it sounds cringy, but that like small town-ish aesthetic of like, people fucking remember names, man. If you could make a good name for yourself in the game and attract high-end teams or Doodlebox buyers or high-end players because of that, which is super important and interesting. Oh, you're so smart, Oso. Just sniped a bunch of the... I like that you typed sniped specifically. A bunch of these alpha Dragonites. Dude, I should have actually... You're actually so smart. Why did I not even... I literally just said earlier in the stream, oh yeah, it's so good to buy Pokemon during alpha. And I totally just forgot, like, during an alpha Dragonite swarm. It's like one of the best swarms to probably sit there and stock up on a bunch of alphas for. Dude, good for you, man. Honestly, I might check out if there's more. I might go hatch some eggs and honestly buy some. That's so sick. Smeargle or Breloom, what do you think is better for catching? Just purely, it's not even close. It's not even like an opinion. This is an objective matter. Breloom is an objectively better catching Pokemon, right? Because you have access to Poison Heal and way better. The stats are ridiculous, right? Like the reason why, I love, Smeargle's not bad. I love Smeargle and Smeargle is great. Smeargle is good because of its versatility, right? You use it for specific shiny hunts, specific catches, soak catching, right? Like, Smeargle is great, and like you should have even multiple Smeargle builds, but if you just want a pure Catching Mon, it's not even a matter of opinion. Breloom is objectively better. You have look at these stats, like 1/3. The whole point of Smeargle is that he has 40 base stats in every stat. He's like, his stats are horrible, right? But he has versatility and utility and can learn all the moves, and he can do imprison stuff. He can do payday. He can do, sweet scent plus catching, like, etc., etc. But in terms of pure, it's not even close. In terms of pure catching, Breloom's the best catching Pokemon in PokeMMO. It's not even, there is no debate. It is the best. There are cool alternatives and options, and all of them, most catching Mons will be good enough. You don't need to like have the best thing or whatever. It'll be good enough. But yeah, Breloom's by far the best. Yo, just started using strings. It makes everything so fast. Strings are insane. If you go from playing PokeMMO without strings to with strings, it's the first time is mind-blowing. It's actually insane. If you don't know what custom strings are, please go Google updated strings guide. I have 2 videos. One explains what custom strings are and has an outdated link, and then there's an updated guide that links a new strings that I recommend. Custom strings are insane. They like, I don't recommend them to new players generally, but as soon as you beat all 5 storylines, I almost think everybody should install strings. They make money making faster, healing faster, catching, battles, whatever faster. The main thing is like fossil popping is insanely faster. Certain shunts are crazy faster. Gym reruns are faster. Making eggs is ridiculously faster. Without strings, the most eggs people can make in an hour is around 200, maybe 220. With custom strings, people make like 400 to 600 eggs per hour. Like, it's that much of a difference. Custom strings are a requirement for endgame. It's weird that it's always say custom strings are so weird because it's like this requirement for endgame PokeMMO content that every player should have installed. But it's also this weird third-party thing you have to go find via the forums and install. And everybody has different strings. It's weird. I've been saying for a long time, I think they probably should produce a standardized set of strings that basically is the set of strings that PokeMMO endorses that you can use. The reason why people always say, why do strings even exist in the first place? The reason why strings even exist in the first place is because of things like, in different languages, PokeMMO is already faster. If you switch the game to like Mandarin or like whatever, or certain Asian languages, it's already faster because there's less characters to load. So custom strings kind of give us that same advantage / even maybe a little bit faster, honestly. So there's already a weird imbalance of pacing due to different languages, and custom strings kind of evens that out. But we need to standardize one at some point, in my opinion. Okay, I will say before I show this on stream, I don't know if this is real. This could be fake because it's just a screenshot. There's no video evidence from what I've seen, etc., etc. If this is real, this would be, I believe, the 4th instance I've ever seen of this in the history of PokeMMO. I've seen this once with... Let me fit this. I've seen this once with 2 shiny Ariadoses on stream. I'm not on my stream, but I've only ever seen it once on a live stream. I've seen it once with a ×3 horde of Shinx, and I believe the other one was I forget the other one. But I've only seen this 3 times in the history of PokeMMO, or this is the 4th, I guess. Over 12 years, I've only seen 2 shinies in one singular horde. This would be the 4th time if it's proven to be legit. It is so rare. It's so ridiculously rare. Hitting that 1 out of 30k in one horde is crazy. Yeah, Ox says I've personally seen it in game twice. The Mantine. Yeah. Maybe that's the... Okay, maybe this is the 5th then. It's easy to forget. Or, this might be the 5th or so then. 4th or 5th. It's so rare. And the sad thing is whenever this happens, you can't catch both. You have to kill one. You cannot catch 2 shinies in one horde if this happens. It is one of the luckiest, it is simultaneously one of the luckiest and unluckiest things that could ever happen to you. You cannot catch both shinies. You will have to kill a shiny to catch the other. So rip GG's to this guy. That is insane. Has anyone ever seen a double shiny in a lore encounter? No. Dude, even the odds of that are insane. Like, the odds of 5 encounters is one thing. the double Shinx. I saw live the 2 Shinx in a 3x horde. The odds of that are, I don't know the numbers, but it's astronomical. Astronomically unlikely. I can't imagine 2 shinies in like 2 encounters. That's insane. I've also never seen I've never seen a back-to-back shiny in PokeMMO. I've never seen someone do a single encounter, get a shiny, and then immediately, or even time slip hordes, I've never seen that. Like, it's so rare. It's so rare. Yo, I love seeing stuff like this, Tom. He's just flexing his Wingull, but I love a cheap comp flex. So he paid, he made this for 90K, paid 90K to make this Wingull with the 2 correct 31s that you need. You want 31 defense, bold nature. This is so good. This is the perfect developer you would want for PvP. What is the best beginner money making method right now? Probably just payday pickup, if I'm being totally honest. Generally, historically, it's been like catching 1x 31 Pokemon. And maybe it is still with like certain mons, like catching Ninkadas. Catching Ninkadas, I think in Hoenn or whatever, is extremely good beginner money. And then like catching things like Dittos or catching like certain Pokemon with catching good base price Pokemon is very good beginner money right now, or Rotoms. But 1x 31s are not in a good spot in the market. If we look up like Egg Group, Mineral, 31 attack, generally a very desired IV for the Mineral Egg Group, dude, 2K? 1x 31 Pokemon, their values have been absolutely destroyed, unfortunately, due to too many alphas bringing 2x 31s into the game, and then also net balls being better than ever and catching Pokemon so easily and raising catch rates to higher than they've ever been before after the net ball buff about 8 months or so ago, and also raising our ability to catch Dittos near a 100% catch rate, which previously was never even close to that. We'd be like an 80% or whatever at the best, and it cost more. Like when repeat balls were 1,500 a piece or whatever. So netballs are good. Netballs are broken. They're probably the best Pokemon in the game. I always say, like, if you asked me this question 1 year ago, what's the best Pokeball in PokeMMO, I wouldn't have a straight answer. It would be like, oh, like, Dusk Balls are good at Dittos, Repeat Balls are good at a lot of places, Ultra Balls are actually good for completing the Pokedex, and now it's like, okay, Netballs. Soak, Spore, Netball, everything. Netballs are the best. Netballs are by far and away the best. Now, you still use other balls, like we still use Dreams, Loves, Nets. There are timers at alphas. There are still other balls we use, but net balls are significantly better at like 80% of spots than many other balls. But so I think right now payday pickup is just very consistent for new players, or catching good base price mons. So mons that have a base price, for example, like Ninkadas, because people buy them a ton. Also, this is cheap. Ninkadas usually like 3K a piece because people use them to shiny hunt for Shedinja or certain males in certain egg groups. So, for example, the fairy male egg group, people need these to shiny hunt for Chansey. So generally, every single fairy male Pokemon will be around 3K. Base price mons are probably pretty good, and then payday pickup is consistent, and then things like Rotom that just have like an expensive, like every Rotom is like 6K. Porygon swarms are great if you're new, but obviously those are less controllable. Yeah, those should hopefully help some new players. If you can learn breeding for profit, that's awesome, but that's not, I wouldn't consider breeding for profit a beginner money making method. Yo, what's up, dude? I used to play this game a ton, but I just quit over 2 months ago and I came back to check out your streams. What keeps you playing? I think the 3 things that keep me playing are switching up the content, like doing different things every day. PvP, XP training, EV training, shiny hunting, money making. There's so many different things you can do. So switching up the content that I do and constantly learning new things. Recently, I learned berry farming. I've been learning trainer reruns, like always pushing the boundary and learning something new. So changing things like that. And then setting goals. You have to set goals and constantly be setting new goals. And then, I don't know, you have to genuinely enjoy it. If you don't genuinely enjoy it, you're just not gonna, if you don't have the real drive to do something, you can't like fake that drive, you know? So genuine enjoyment, number 1. Number 2, switch up the grinds. And then number 3, set goals. At that point, though, I do have to go ahead and end the stream, guys. I have some stuff to do, and I've been live for a little over 6 hours. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed today's streams. Some really good questions from chat. I had a lot of fun. Honestly, time flew by. Like the stream recap if you enjoyed it. That helps me tremendously and lets me know what kind of content you guys want to see, what questions you want to see answered, etc., etc. Dislike if you didn't enjoy it. I do want your honest feedback. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos every single day. Follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Friday, usually starting around 12 p.m. Discord down below. And if you want to go above and beyond and support my content and really allow me to be here, if you've absorbed enough of my content, watched enough stream recaps, and it's been helpful to your PokeMMO journey, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo donations allow me to be here at all. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Have a good one, and good luck in your PokeMMO journeys. Peace, Reno. Hey, thanks so much for watching until the very end of the video. That really means the world to me, and it means even more worlds to me if you go above and beyond and support my content financially like all these lovely people have done. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.